Hey guys, in this video I want to talk to you about the entitlement of a narcissist and how it shows up. And also, I mean all narcissists are entitled, but there is also this kind of narcissist, I guess, that is very much entitled, and that their entitlement is like literally screaming. You just see this person and they're so entitled to everything around them. They're so entitled to you. They're so entitled to you catering to them. They're so entitled to, everything in this world. It's like you don't have another chance but just to serve their needs, drop everything and just run to the narcissist. That's how these people are. And if you are not familiar with what's going on, you don't know how to deal with this person, because in your spirit, inside of you, you feel this pain, you feel this, because it's not nice when someone tries and pushes on you this entitlement, when someone just kind of portrays that it's like you belong to them, it's like you have to serve them. And they will also say all these words that will kind of maybe sound right, because well, that's how things are, but in reality they are manipulating you and they're literally entitled to you, right? So they are entitled to people and they see people as extensions of themselves, right? They think that everyone has to move or do things the way they like. And so if you try to do something differently, if you go against the narcissist expectations, like expect some kind of an annoyed tone or some kind of a punishment, right? And that punishment may come in like any form. They can start picking on you, they can start like saying things to you just because you failed to serve their needs. Right? They also constantly need this validation, so they're entitled to your validation. And so if you don't give them this validation that they need so much, they also tend to get like really, annoyed, and they will push you more and more for you to give this validation. And sometimes, when you become indifferent to these things, you kind of just stand there, you can observe what they're doing, and sometimes it is kind of ridiculous what they are willing to do just to get this validation from you. But if you're not used to what's going on, if you're not used to these narcissists, if you don't have these strong boundaries inside of you that will not allow any of these manipulations to penetrate, you may feel uncomfortable, you may feel manipulated and actually abused, because they will literally start like, pushing you. They will start to look for your buttons. They will start to trigger you. They will literally go all over the place. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's like, if you are observing them, you will see that it's ridiculous what they're doing, but if you're not used to it, you will really feel like you're being under attack, and it may hurt. So we need to be aware about what's going on, right? So they are entitled to everything, right? To all the best things at any cost. And if you fail to do it, there will be some kind of punishment. So prepare yourself, right? So that whenever it comes, just don't pay attention. The best thing with all narcissists is like no interaction. Just stay away. Go your way, do your thing. You realize this person is a narcissist, don't engage, just leave them. And if your buttons were pushed, then ask God to help you heal and do your thing. Right? Also, these entitled narcissists, what I noticed, they would sort of be annoyed at like rules or laws that don't cater to their needs or that are against their needs, right? So I agree that sometimes some rules and some laws are not exactly making sense. That does happen. And so it is okay when we are kind of like, what is this? why is this, a rule? Like, why do we have to do this rule when it's just like a natural or something like that? Like, these things happen. But with narcissists, there could be like a very much a rule that makes sense, and we need this rule because, it serves a need. But for a narcissist, if it's inconvenient at the time, they will be like so entitled, and like they will say like, it's a stupid rule, it's a stupid people, everyone is so stupid. And so, it's kind of like that. So just beware of all narcissists are entitled, but there is, I suppose, this kind that is super entitled to everything, and if you are not following their entitlement, they're gonna fight you, right? If you're not serving them, catering to their needs, if you're not submitting to their expectations, right? If you're not proceeding with what they expected you to do, if you're not giving them any validation, right, then they will be annoyed and they will try and attack you or do things to you, just because they feel entitled to you. Just because they see themselves as this best thing in the world, entitled to everyone and everything. But so if you are a kind, empathic person, then it may really kind of not trigger you, but like you may feel like your buttons are pushed, or you feel like being abused. You feel this emotional pain, because narcissists, they cannot feel anything, right? But empathic people like really feel a lot of things on a very deep level, right? So this is why when we are aware of these things is when we're kind of at least able to recognize what is going on. And then it's very important that we really set these boundaries, and so that we don't engage and don't interact with these people, so that we protect ourselves. So just beware of these things, because they do come and they want to present or portray themselves as they're very strong, but in fact they're not. In fact, all this image, all this power, whatever thing that they're trying to do is actually, just image. In reality, they are not like that. They're weak. And that's why they think if they act this way, they will kind of present themselves as strong, but that's not what strong is. So yes, be aware of these things. Whenever you feel that someone is entitled to you or your action or your reaction, be indifferent as much as you can, and also don't engage and forget that person as soon as you can. Don't even think about them. They're not worth your time or energy. So okay, so this is what I wanted to talk about in this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.